So first of all, this is Brent Thill. He's ranked 12 in the country out of 7,300 analysts, and he has Palantir at $40, like myself, with a 38% upside. And he was right quite often. I mean, he made 70% of the stock, much like myself. So Brent Thill is from Jefferies, and he's one of the best analysts in the country, according to numbers. TipRanks is saying that. He thinks the company can be $40. Cathie Wood thinks the company can be much bigger than it is right now. But why? What are we seeing that a lot of these short sellers are not seeing? Well, let me explain.
I remember one time with a customer, we had just resolved this huge 70 million row thing down to 6 or 7 million. We pulled up our clients' data and started doing a live interactive demo right in front of their faces. One of our customers was just like, holy shit.
So is Palantir a meme stock? I don't think so. And in this video, I'll explain to you why I think Palantir can legitimately go to $150 quite soon, actually. But let me first introduce myself. My name is Tom Nash. I used to be a senior financial analyst. Now I'm a full-time YouTuber talking to you about the stock market and specifically today about Palantir. Now, I do have my sexy radio voice because I got a cold, so bear with me. I mean, it is what it is. Now, Palantir has been in the news, so much drama around this company. There's pretty much Big Brother stuff. I mean, what's going on? A lot of short selling activity, a lot of downgrades, a lot of upgrades. Reddit is now getting involved. But make no mistake about Palantir. This is not a meme stock. This isn't GameStop 2.0. This is a legitimately, fundamentally good company that might be kind of the Tesla of the software world. Yes, I just said it. Sue me.
As diverse as the institutions are that we work in, from clandestine services to providing AI in the most sensitive military contexts, to working with oil and gas companies, to airlines, to pharmaceutical research, to all aspects of helping to ameliorate the plague that is COVID. There's one trend: institutions, countries, individuals that can assess the value of software that can work now are the institutions that survive and provide value both in the government, commercial, and even moral context.
Now, I made a video a few days ago and I told you, hey guys, the company is going to go through a dip because the lockup is expiring and we have a lot of short selling activity. So I expect to see a dip. And I told you that in my opinion, this is going to be an opportunity for me to buy more shares. And in fact, I literally doubled my position at $25 because I thought it's a great opportunity. I wish I could buy more, but I mean, I'm not that rich. Now, here's the thing. I'm not the only one, neither the smartest one, who thinks that Palantir might be the future. Cathie Wood, ever heard of her? Well, you like her. I'm in love with her. We all know that. Ark Invest invested actually much more shares in Palantir during the latest dip. In fact, they now hold 5.3 million shares of Palantir, which was bought a lot during this latest dip, with 0.55% of their flagship fund in Palantir. You have to understand that this is the same fund that holds Tesla, Twilio, all of their flagships are in this fund. And to have this company at almost 0.6% is huge. Cathie definitely believes in this company. So am I. But why? The company says that they're going to make $4 billion by 2025 in revenue. If you pull the numbers, you're going to see that if you just run a simple DCF, you're not coming anywhere near the valuation that the company's at right now. I can do it for you, but it's going to be low numbers. If you run the DCF based on $4 billion of revenue in 2025, we're going to get probably about half of the valuation we have right now, maybe even less. So there's no point in doing this DCF. Now, here's the thing. You have to understand that if you actually believe in this company being the future, you have to forget about the numbers that they're saying right now. You have to almost accept that the numbers the company is saying are irrelevant because they're downplaying how huge this company is going to be. If you can't do it, if you don't agree with it, then this company is not for you. But let me explain why I think that they can make much more than $4 billion by 2025. Let me show you a few things.
It's amazing to go into an organization and just to watch their jaw drop as we show them our technology and they just say, you've just revolutionized the way that I do my job.
Nobody really knows what the total addressable market of Palantir is. People can guess, and if they compare it to companies like Snowflake, it's pointless because this isn't Snowflake. They're literally, and by they, I mean Palantir and Peter Thiel and Alex Karp are monopolizing a whole new market. They're creating a market that does not exist. And they're pretty much the only player in that market. Maybe outside of IBM might come up with something, but in any case, they're partnering with IBM, not a huge deal. So Palantir is pretty much paving a brand new road and they're holding 100% of it. How huge is that? Especially given that their technology is completely proprietary and it seems to solve problems a hell of a lot better, faster, and more efficient than anything out there. Not to mention that their product, unlike any other product I've seen, is completely, totally industry agnostic.
Our work touches so many important industries. Defense, intelligence, healthcare, insurance, finance, energy. Our clients are drowning in data.
It really is important to go inside with the client because that's the only way for you to see how they use their data. By understanding the problem they're trying to solve, we can help them answer the questions they want to ask.
Meaning you can put it in the grocery store, or you can put it in the airline, or you can put it in the mineral mining company, and it's still going to work the same. It's still going to make your business much more efficient. They're actually working with 16 different industries as far as their clients right now. How insane is that? Consider the fact that they haven't really even started developing the commercial side of their business. People are seeing their growth and they're saying, well, they're going to say they're going to only grow 30% next year. I think they're being just very cautious because think about it this way. Right now, as far as the corporate world, probably we're looking at 3 to 5% of Palantir penetration to the major corporations around the world. Palantir is heavily focused on US. It hasn't really expanded outside of the US. And even in the US, it's just the beginning. It's embryonic. It hasn't really started yet. Imagine what would happen when the commercial side of it is going to actually generate a lot more business. We're going to see Foundry completely take over instead of Gotham as the leading driver of revenues. What this company has actually done is very interesting. They use Gotham to create a commercial technology. They gave up 17 years of their life, Peter Thiel, Alex Karp, to develop a product that made no money. May I remind you, Palantir made no money for almost 2 decades. Once they developed this money with government funding, they developed Gotham. They've created this technology that basically once you migrated, or at least parts of it or some core of it, into the commercial sector, you have no competition. So they played the marathon, they played the long game, and they've created the software like no other. Nobody can match that. Sounds like a company you kind of think about, maybe Tesla, maybe somebody who's really, really ahead of everybody else. Even if IBM or these other companies starts developing anything similar right now, they're years behind. Sounds a lot like Tesla to Cathie and to me. That's why we're super bullish on this company. Can't believe I just said Cathie and me in the same sentence. But essentially, this is a scalable business. I mean, most of the criticism of these short sellers during the past 2 years was that this is a consultancy. This is not a software. If you take a look at their demo day, that argument is out of the window. I mean, this is 100% scalable. Not only scalable, you can put it modularly in every single industry you can think about. This is a great software, and their monopoly, there's no competition to this company. How insane is this? Now, the big problem with this, we can't do a DCF because we literally don't know how big the market of this thing is. They can potentially work with every single company in the world. This is how big the total addressable market is. So I can just make up some DCF, but it's not going to make any sense. You almost got to believe that they're extremely disruptive, extremely innovative, and they're monopolizing a brand new massive market that does not exist yet. And here's the thing. There's a lot of questions. There's execution risks. There's regulatory risks. There's a lot of things that may put this path in jeopardy. Nobody knows if they can make it. That's part of the risk you're buying right now at $30. But I believe it's a good risk to buy, especially given the fact that as far as moral value, I really like this company. It helps track down terrorists, fight crime, whatever it is Gotham is doing, nobody really knows. I mean, it's a good company.
One of my favorite projects was helping the district attorney fight gang activity. We were tracking a situation where there were a number of violent crimes, and they were trying to identify who did this, why they did it, are they related to a gang? So getting a chance to help them with that problem was really motivating and exciting for our team.
And you know what? You might hate on the company because they work with ICE, because who can condone separating kids from their parents? I mean, that's nasty. But you have to look at the total body of work of this company. They work with some of the biggest agencies in the US and the world to track down terrorists, to stop crime. So in all, this company does good for the world. At least that's what I believe in. That's why I believe in the company. And as a bottom line, I do have my target price right now at $40 for this company, but I'm probably going to raise it. I'm going to be honest with you. I think the company has an edge over the other AI companies because they're actually deriving a lot of flexibility, a lot of modularity, and actual decision-making processes, collaboration, a lot of stuff that the other companies can't do at that level. I'm not a specialist on AI. Don't kill me. Don't sue me. I'm just a guy with an opinion. By the way, everything I just said is just my opinion. Might be wrong. Might be inaccurate. Might be the ramblings of a madman. Do your own research. Allegedly, blah, blah, mother effing blah.